If you are on a journey of change in your life, do you know what your starting point is? In my previous videos, I've been talking about the importance of having a clear intent of what we would like to create in our lives, of how to open ourselves to a vision that it's in alignment with that intent, that brings us into a new space, a new life situation, in a new way of being. I was also talking about how to shift our image of self in order to be able to step into that version of ourselves that it's able to create that change, to sustain it, and to live it. But as important is also to know where we are starting from. Because when we are going on a journey, no matter how much we know, how clear we have for ourselves where we are on the way, if we do not really know where we start from, it's going to be a very difficult journey. It's a little bit like going on holiday, and we know exactly where we want to arrive, what kind of holiday and what we're going to do there, but we do not really know where we start. It's very difficult to find the GPS that is going to guide us there, or to find any other tools to help us navigate that journey. And the same is with us when we're going for something new in our life, no matter how small or big that change is. So this is what I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm going to share with you a tool of how I'm helping myself to define the space of starting point, of my starting point, to create awareness and to make this journey easy and joyful for myself, because this is what I am aiming for, to have a journey of change that is joyful, is pleasurable, it's easy, and as straightforward as possible. For you who are new to my channel, my name is Cristina. I am a joy and love coach. I help people to change their life, building a life from what they love and what they value in their hearts, and living from joy. And this is a video in the series of creating a new life. I am sharing from my own journey of creating a new life for myself, how I'm navigating this space from the old to the new, and the tools that I am using to coach and to guide myself to take the next step. If you want to follow my journey, please subscribe to my channel, and you will get notified when I post my next video. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back. I so appreciate this, and thank you for being part of my journey and being here with me. So how we define our starting point, because this may be a little bit difficult. Like I noticed in myself, like entering the space of change, of living the old, and I already did it, living most of parts of my physical old life, and embarking on this journey of the new. The space, it's a little bit chaotic, you know. The energy is moving out from the old patterns, from what I knew to be my life, to be the different situations and arenas in my life, and now it's on the way into the new. But still, this is a space, a chaotic space, and a space that can also be experienced a little bit confusing, a little bit of confusion, like I don't really know where I am and where I'm going. But now, if you follow my journey and you have a clear intent for what you want to create, that it's kind of like clear, stable. This is what I want to change in my life. This is where I want to arrive. And where am I starting from? And my way of doing this is telling the story about who I am right now, where I am at, and how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, like everything, you know, like basically telling the story about myself here and now. And the intent of telling this story is to gain awareness about what is going on in us, where we are, to define our space, and to have that awareness and that acknowledgement about this, so we know how to navigate away from it. Because this you that's sitting here starting the journey of change, It's the you that already have created this situation in your life. And this you and this situation, it's what you would like to leave behind yourself. So creating awareness and defining those patterns, it's gonna give you the chance to know how to move away, to change it, to acknowledge and discover yourself when you are in the middle of doing it as before, or sabotaging yourself when you are engaging with the new. Does it make sense for you? Telling the story can happen in different ways. You can record it, like I love recording. I just take my phone and I just talk, and then I listen to myself. Or writing. Writing is also something that I like doing. I have books, then I'm just writing. I'm just writing what am I feeling, what I'm thinking, defining myself, defining my beliefs, telling the story and everything that is there, like no restriction. And there are people also that find it more helpful to tell the story to someone. So if you have a friend or someone in your family that you feel that you can tell that story with all your heart, with no restriction, being totally honest and with self-acceptance, that is amazing. To have someone witnessing you, listening to you, with that kind of presence that is just increasing the space of acceptance and self-acceptance. And when the story is done, take a moment to listen, to read it again, or ask your friend to tell it back to you. And that is something that is going to help you. It's helping me to gain awareness of where I am at here and now in this very moment. What is my starting point in my journey? And the next tool, the next step, what I'm doing with this, because it's one thing to have awareness. It's like, yeah, I know this about myself. And then there we are in the midst of like trying to do things in a new way, and we totally forget ourselves. But writing it down and taking out those points of like knowing that old me, that it's like the one that I'm living in this space of change that I'm leaving behind, and also the one that it's doing the change right now and doesn't want to do it, and making like this kind of mapping yourself and knowing what in some traditions is called your shadow. How am I limiting myself of going towards this change? How I'm supporting myself to go towards this change, what I am believing about myself that it's not supportive, and what strategies I'm using to sabotage myself. The other day I was talking with a friend that it's in a really big change in his life, and I was asking him about his pattern of talking, because he really talks a lot. And that was a moment of like realization that talking was a strategy for him to avoid to take the next step on this journey of change. Talking about it, making sense about it, and re-talking about it, and finding the next person, and this talking was not helpful anymore. So I'm not encouraging you or giving you a tool that you use it every day, but just to use it like from time to time to define yourself and where you are on your journey, and to map yourself in those strategies that are helpful and those that are not helpful, to take the next step, to know your strengths and to know your weaknesses. It's the path of the warrior that succeeds with that change that you are aiming for. And when this is clarified for you, take a moment again maybe and look forward and feel yourself in that you that has already created this change, in this one that already arrived to that place, already living it. And from there, take a look at this you that you have a clearer definition with deeper honesty, with deeper self-acceptance. Take a look at this you and see what you see. And this is what I'm going to talk about in my next video. I hope that this is helpful for you. If it is, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.